Salut tout le monde! Hey everyone! Happy Thursday afternoon! So I am here today live to share with you all how Mr. Anxiety and myself broke up finally after 5 years. So my name is Caroline Mercier-Lemieux. Allô Nathalie! I am from Capis Casing in Ontario, and let me tell you, you can read anything about how to cope with anxiety, but if you don't do the work, there's nothing else you can do. So you need to put out the work you read about how to cope with anxiety, and this is what, allô mon amour! This is what I'll be sharing with you this afternoon, a bit about how I cope with my anxiety for the past, I cope with my anxiety. I suffer for anxiety for 5 years for sure. So from 2011 till 2016. So anxiety can come in different stages. You can cope with it differently from person to person, and how it's triggered. It can be from a trauma, from a shock, from an unbalanced hormone in your body, or it can be just generalized from family, or just like, how do you say that? When it's from a family member to you, so it's in your genes. Maybe that's how you can say it. Some strategies to cope with anxiety. There's so many, but I'm gonna be talking about a couple ones I like. And I suggest you do at least 15 to 60 minutes of these in your day to be able to really cope and maybe get rid of some anxiety you have. Allô Angèle, allô Sarah. So I have my notes because it's in English, and a French little girl from a small town. Sometimes it's funny how I can pronounce my my stuff. So I'll be reading a bit of my notes. Sorry about that. One day I'll do it in French, and it's going to be easier. So you really need to commit to what I'll be saying. You may or may not know about these, but if it can help you, I'm so happy to share these with you. So number one is deep breathing. The first thing I was taught was to slowly deep breathe. And when I was doing so, I needed to close my eyes. And I needed to visualize a whiteboard. So you concentrate only on that whiteboard, the big whiteboard from school or whenever you saw a whiteboard. And you just breathe in for 4 seconds. You can hold your tummy. Breathe in for 4 seconds. You breathe in from your nostrils, and then you breathe out. You do that for at least minimum of 10 minutes. And if ever, because when you have anxiety, you think a lot of things that doesn't make sense, or your thoughts are going somewhere else, just acknowledge your thoughts and come back to your breathing. If you practice on your breathings, trust me, it's gonna work out. It's an amazing thing to do. So slow, intentional belly breathing is free. You can do that anywhere. It doesn't cost a thing. You don't need anybody, and it works a charm. Hello, Jessica. Hello, Kim. So just sit with your eyes closed. Imagine that whiteboard. Do your breath-ins. When you breathe out, make sure you get that tummy out. Just breathe in again. So yeah, that's my first one that I love very, very much. Number 2 is meditation. You don't need to know about meditation. You can find some self-guided meditation from YouTube. Just put on tool search self-guided meditation for beginners. That's how I started. And 10 minutes of this in the morning will help you get your day started on a positive note. Hello Denise, hello Jacques. And it's amazing what it can do. And if you can wake up 10 to 15 minutes earlier, this will give you a nice, quick, positive start to your day, and you won't be rushing and screaming and trying to get everybody organized in your day. So take time for yourself. If it means to wake up early, do it. Hello, Regine. Hello, Ashley. So this meditation thing, you can just do it in the morning. And I find if I was doing it at night before going to bed, helps you relax and get rid of all those not so good thoughts, negative thoughts out of the way, and you can just go peacefully to bed. Hello, Luke. So that's for number 2. Number 3 is self-care. Taking care of yourself, a nice hot bath an hour before going to bed, massages, Reiki. Reiki is amazing for you. If you don't have the money, it doesn't fit in your budget. I know in CAP, maybe there's not really lots of things for us who are on the budget. But in big towns, I'm pretty sure you can find like discount places, or when people go to salons training, so people who are in school for learning how to get massages, you can maybe get some cheap massage over there. Quality service, but at cheaper prices. Hello, Kevin. Number 4, getting rid of pop sodas. I know it might be hard, but caffeine jacks up your central nervous system, and it can trigger anxiety, panic attacks. It also depletes you from your vitamins and minerals from your diet. So this is something you might want to try getting rid of, or slow down on the pop. If you're drinking more than 1 a day, maybe try only 1 a day, vice versa. Number 5, trim the fat from your budget. So take charge of your finances. How do you say that? Like having a lot of debts can create stress on you, your family, stress at night, so you don't go to bed because you're always thinking about, oh my God, how am I gonna make ends meet? How am I gonna pay for that mortgage or whatever it is? Allô, Annabelle. So financial stress is very bad for your health. So view your finances. Stop spending on non-essentials. So when you want to buy something, ask yourself, do I need it or do I want it? If you don't need it, don't buy it. Don't buy it. So number 6, hello Mindy. Getting rid of clutter means cleaning up your house. Make 3 piles. So a piles to stuff that you want to throw away, a piles with items to donate, and another pile items to sell. It's amazing what you'll find. Hold the yard sale and use the money to get a trip into the nature for 1 day. Use stuff to pay your bills. You should only have like 100 item in your house for you, so you can go out and give out, make people happy with your belongings that you no longer need. If you look into your wardrobe, if there's something in there that you haven't worn in the last year, you will never wear it. So get rid of it. Somebody will be happy to use it and wear it. And hello, Jose. So number 7, like I was talking, if you get money from your yard sale, go for a day trip into nature. Hello, Lucy. Grounding yourself is so important. I know it's funny when somebody says, have you hugged a tree today? We mean it. If you come with me in the nature even if it's just for a walk, if we go snowshoeing, I will hug a tree, I will kiss a tree. The energy that comes from it is amazing. It recharges your soul. You feel grounded. When you're in nature, it's like there's no problems. I feel like that. If I go for a four-wheeling drive or whatever it is, into nature, into water, you just feel at peace. So it's amazing therapy for somebody who has lots of anxiety. Hello André, hello Diane. So, c'est ça. For number 8, go to bed early. Sleep deprivation can amplify and trigger anxiety. I knew when I had bad anxiety and I was starting to be able to cope and, have it under control, as soon as I would go to bed late or I would have a bad night sleeping, the anxiety would come even worse. Hello, Anne. Hello, Tammy. Number 9, find someone to talk to with no judgments that will only listen to you. I know it's hard to talk about anxiety, talk about our demons, what we think inside. I know I had a hard time getting it out. Like, you are scared, you're shy, you're like, oh my God, as if I have these thoughts, I have this anxiety. And a lot of people who don't suffer from it, who have never experienced anxiety, will just say to you, well, talk to yourself, it doesn't really exist. We all know that it doesn't really exist, but it's still in our heads. So it's hard for someone who has this mental health issues to talk to someone who hasn't been there before, because sometimes you just feel like stupid, you feel awkward. So make sure you can find someone who can just listen. I found some people who didn't really know what it was, but just listen to me anyways. They've helped me with some tips and tricks that I used. So it's very, very important you find that person. If you don't find that person, just reach out to a pure stranger. Just talk to them, even if it's on Messenger, texting. If it's me, you don't know me, you just want to say, hey, thank you for sharing this with you all today. I'm suffering from anxiety too. Here's what I'm suffering with. I'll be happy just to listen and even give you tips and tricks. Hello, Anne. I could go on and on all afternoon. There's so many different tips and tricks for all of us to cope with. Aludis, hey Cheryl, with our anxiety, but I'll stop it here because it's gonna be a long live video for people who are watching the replay. I would like to share with you my 5 most favorite tips and tricks I use and I still do from time to time. So if you want me to share with you in details what I still do and my favorite ideas of what I was doing while I was suffering really bad from anxiety, shoot me a 5 in the comments. And I will be more than happy to share with you later. I will send you a messenger. I will send you all the details of what I did and what I'm still using to help me stay away from Mr. Anxiety. We broke up and I never want to get back in a relationship with Mr. Anxiety. So thank you everyone for taking the time today. This was my 2nd day of my 14-day challenge. I love it. I would talk about anxiety all day. I have so much to say about it. It sucks, but we can cope and we can fight it and we can break up anytime we want. We need to be consistent. And yeah, so hello Kim. So if you want to have more information on what I'm doing, just comment 5 and I'll get to you as soon as possible. So thanks everyone for taking the time for watching, either if it's live or a replay. I love you everybody, and please talk. Talk about what's in your mind, what's on your mind, your thoughts, your demons. Share it with someone. Don't keep it to you. Don't keep the secrets. It's only gonna get worse if you don't talk about it. So I'm here for you if you want love, if you want a good ear. Oh, merci Nathalie. So thanks everyone. I'm putting finish right now because I don't want it to be too long. Bye bye.